Emma Brooks, English Controlled Assessment, Speaking and Listening. 7 AM I woke up, 7 AM, just to have some idiot stand on my car bonnet and get rejected from a job that I didn't even have a proper interview for. They said it was because I didn't have the right qualifications, but I'm sorry, the last time I checked, you didn't need a degree in rocket science to be a cleaner. It was obvious. They took one look at my tatty old beaten up blue Volvo, pushed me straight out of the equation. I suppose, to be fair on them, they were quite a high-class hairdresser, and they were in quite a high-class area where people like me don't get jobs. But they did ask for me to come back and see them, and what happened to not judging a book by its cover? It's ridiculous. As soon as you look like you're going to cause someone the smallest bit of hassle, they don't even put you at the bottom of the waiting list. They just chuck you straight in the bin. People like my mother in the government, they're always complaining about people like me not trying hard enough to get jobs. They say we don't try hard enough at school to get all these qualifications that we need, like GCSEs, A-levels and degrees. But what if you're not academic? What if you're not academic like me, or you don't have the money to go to university? We can't help it. We can't help not being good at everything. And you don't help us. No one helps us. We just get rejected and thrown to the bottom of the pile all the time. Like this job. I walked in, not necessarily looking my finest, and my jeans and my hoodie. But they could have at least given me a chance. I walked in and they just saw me, and that was it. It was over. They weren't even going to talk to me. But because they were polite, I suppose they were polite. They asked for my resume and just looked through it quickly and basically just asked me to leave. So I phoned my mum up, telling her that I didn't get the job. And this is what wound me up the most about everything that had happened so far in my day. I just told her that I didn't get the job, and she says, "Well, that was a surprise. Of course you wouldn't. This is you we're talking about, Jessica. Why would you get a job? You're not good enough to get a job." I mean, she's my mother. Surely she's supposed to be supporting me, not telling me how awful I am. I put my hands up. I'm not like the most perfect person in the world. I'm not necessarily this fantastic degree-winning student who knows everything on the planet, but surely I deserve to be told that I'm not pathetic. And then to make matters even worse, I was pulling out of the drive where the hairdresser was, and I wasn't in a very good mood as it was, and then some idiot decided that waiting would just waste too much of his precious time, so instead of just standing there waiting for me to pull out, he just walked over my car. I mean, yeah, he walked over my car. I was just sat there in complete shock, not knowing what to do or say, and then at the moment I just jumped out of my car and I just started shouting at him, and he paid no attention to me, so I ran up to him and I was like pushing him on his shoulders and in his face, shouting and screaming and like, "What are you doing? Just walking over my car, you idiot!" And he just paid no attention, didn't even look at me, he just carried on walking, and I just gave up. In the end, I just gave up. He obviously he obviously wasn't going to pay any attention to me. He was in his own little dream world, doing what people do and just walking off in some rude fashion. Dressed in black, of course he was rude. So I stormed back to my car, not in a very good mood, and just started driving home, and I just couldn't help thinking that maybe my mum's right. That maybe strangers who don't even know me think I'm pathetic. And I thought, no, people don't know, you can't judge you, surely. then I kept thinking again, maybe that's why I've been rejected from all the jobs that I've applied for. Not even had a proper interview for any of them then. Maybe that's why none of my teachers liked me at school, and then it hit me. Maybe my mum is right. Maybe I'm never gonna do well at life. I mean, only failures and people who can't put up with the fact that they're not winners get angry, don't they?